Students, today we are going to study chapter solution and I myself, Amit Tiwari, PhD chemistry, will take you through this chapter solution. Okay, so solution is what actually? Solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more components of two or more components, unreacting. They should be unreacting chemical substances, unreacting chemical substances whose composition whose composition can be varied can be varied within certain limits within certain limits is termed solution. Okay, so this is the definition of solution. Means it is a homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture means its components are uniformly distributed and they cannot be separated. That is called as what? Homogeneity. So it's a homogeneous mixture of two or more components which are unreacting chemical substances whose composition can be varied within the certain limits is called as what? Solution. Now we take what next thing, that is the components. So now we move on to components of the solution. The components of solution cannot be separated since it is a homogeneous mixture. So components of next point that I can write here is components of solution cannot be separated by number one, filtration. You know filtration, I think that is by strainer etc. or by filter paper. Second, by settling. Settling, if we leave the solution, then its components should not be separate. That is stable. It is a stable. Next is third point is by centrifugal action. Means components of solution cannot be separated by filtration, settling, that is stable, or third is by centrifugal action. Centrifugal fugal action. So these are the characteristics of solution. Now we can take a few more characteristics of the solution. Particle size. Particle size is 10 to the power minus 7 to 10 to the power minus 8 centimeters. That can be expressed in nanometer also. It will become 1 nm to, that can also be converted into nanometers. Okay, so here we have taken particle size as 10 to the power minus 7 to 10 to the power minus 8. Now we see the composition of a solution. Solution consists of two things. One is one is solute and another is solvent. One is solute, another is solvent. If in a very simple language I say, generally the component is present in the lesser quantity. So this component is present in lesser quantity. In lesser quantity. and one which is in greater quantity or larger quantity, greater oblique larger quantity. Okay, so these are the two components, solute and solvent, depending on their quantity. One which is in smaller quantity, that is solute, and larger quantity is called as what? Solvent. Now we move on to the types of solution. These are the components. Suppose I take an example of sugar solution. Sugar solution example we can take sugar solution. The It's a binary solution. Here we have sugar as solute and water as solvent, because water is more in quantity and sugar is in lesser quantity. Suppose I am making a sugar solution of 50 grams sugar in 1 liter water. So the sugar will become solute and water will become solvent. Now we move on to the next subtopic, that is the types of solution. Types of solution. So depending upon the state of matter, the solutions can be of 9 types. You all know the states of matter are states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. These are the three states of matter. Now we can classify solution as on the basis of these states of matter. So first of all, let us divide them in solute, solvent, and physical state of solution. Physical state. Physical state of solution. So it is gas. Gas. So suppose I am making solutions in which gas is solvent in all the cases. So one is gas solute, another may be liquid, and one more may be solid. So this is the three types of solution. You can take the example of gas in gas as a air, or mixture of O2 or O2 and N2. Water vapors in air, this may be liquid. Water vapors in air. Next, we can have solid in gas. So, solid in gas, the example may be camphor vapor, may be camphor vapor in air, or dust particles in air. Next is we have taken all the three possibilities of gases as solvent. Now we move on to next is liquid. We are taking liquid as solvent and solute as gas. Another we are taking liquid as solvent and again liquid as solute. Next again liquid as solvent and solid as solute. So these may be the various types of the possible types of the binary solution depending on the states of matter. Solid state is still left. We can write solid in which gas can be, that is adsorbed gases. Okay, the example for this gas on solid maybe we can say the put the example as what, adsorption of gases over palladium. Okay, adsorption of gases, adsorption of gases. This gas in liquid may be very simple. It is O2 dissolved in water. O2 dissolved in water. Next, liquid may be ethanol in water. Ethanol in water, like this. Okay. solid, liquid. This may be as sugar dissolved in water. Sugar in water. Next is liquid solid. Liquid solid. Liquid solid may be amalgams. Students, you might be knowing amalgam means anything when mixed with the mercury, it gives us amalgam. So amalgam like Hg in Cu, Hg in Cu means mercury in copper, mercury in gold, mercury in Hg in Au. So these may be the examples of what liquid in solid. One more is left, and that may be taken as solid solid. Solid solid. It is alloy. Alloy you might be knowing mixture of metal with metal or metal with non-metal. So alloy example may be zinc in copper. It is brass. So these are the various examples of solutions based on the states of matter. The dissociation of the dissolution of substance, the dissolution of substance in a solvent, in a solvent is associated with free energy, with free energy change. And you know that free energy change is denoted by delta G. If its value is negative, if delta G is negative, process is spontaneous. Okay. If its value is positive, then the process will be non-spontaneous. So, for solutions or when the substances are dissolved, delta G equation is delta H solution minus T del S solution. Here, delta G is gives free energy, delta H is enthalpy of solution, T is temperature, and delta S is entropy of the system. Next, entropy of solutions is usually positive. So entropies means what? S, we can write entropies of solution are generally positive because molecular molecular randomness randomness usually increases during dissolution. So this was the basic about the solution, and in the last I would say like dissolves like means polar solvents are soluble in polar solvents. Polar sol polar solvents means polar substances are soluble in polar solvents. Like dissolves like. So this is what about the solution and its various types.